Hello, we are the Sustainable Cyclones, and we are here to innovate at Iowa State by creating a bright future for Iowa State University with solar. And we are competing in the Bring Your Own District category of the Solar District Cup competition. And so on our team, we have three members, me, Cheyenne Maness, acting as the project manager and the construction specialist. Izzy Murray was our financial and quality specialist, and Tyler Williams was our PV and battery concept design specialist. And so at Iowa State University, there are numerous ways for them to progress and be a leader as the world looks towards the future. And a lot of those opportunities are centered in their energy infrastructure because they have a privately owned and operated power plant. That means that they have full autonomy to choose a highly individualized energy portfolio to suit its individual needs. Within that power plant, they do have antiquated coal boilers that are over 3 decades old and are in desperate need of replacement. And so the current plan is for the university to become entirely dependent on fracked gas, which is an economically volatile asset. And so there's also a $16 million internal budget that they have allocated for this transition or for an energy transition of similar cost. And we can't forget that they are a leading institution of science and technology, and that ISU has a desire to reduce their energy production by 2.93 megawatts. And so that would effectively save the university $206,000 and 12,500 tons of CO2 every single year. So as the first land grant university, ISU has a responsibility to uphold the integrity of the land and promote sustainable initiatives and foster learning of scientific and technological solutions for the challenges facing the world, such as climate change. But what if the current opportunities at Iowa State could be leveraged while offering an accelerated path towards mitigating climate change with an option centered in equity and that promotes social justice? What if there was a solution that not only reduced energy usage from the power plant, but also bolstered energy security through diversification? What if ISU could foster its goals of encouraging the next generation of leaders to pursue scientific and sustainable solutions through unique, immersive educational tactics, all while achieving unmatched financial success and community engagement? Well, that is exactly why we would love to present to you our customized solar plus storage proposal for Iowa State University to help realize these attractive benefits so that we can keep the bills and pollution low while letting curiosity and school spirits flow. To help ISU ditch CO2, this system is not only favorable for campus because of its environmental benefits, but because it allows its students to interact firsthand with cutting-edge technology in a new and positive way that would be otherwise unattainable in Iowa.
Throughout our research, we identified the total cost of the project to be $13,479,749. By utilizing the relatively attractive PPA, we were able to acquire the project NPV and the project IRR shown here. However, for Iowa State, they will be using a cash payment instead of a PPA because they will own the solar system. Currently, ISU purchases electricity at 6.2 cents per kilowatt hour from the Midwest Independent Systems Operator, and that was used as the PPA to achieve more competitive results in our customer savings. From Energy Toolbase, the solar system saves over $12 million or a little under $10 million with and without battery storage for a cash payment compared to a PPA. Specifically in Ames, there's an incentive for solar panels of $300 per kilowatt. This provides more motivation for the university to implement the solar system. Additionally, by switching to a solar system instead of relying on fossil fuels, it will exponentially save the university money, where those savings would lower tuition costs and allow more people to access higher education. Continuing on, displayed here in the customer savings over 25 years that depicts where each system will break even. The last system will break even at 17 years, while all of the systems continue to make money throughout the time span of switching to a solar system. and this would not be achievable with the current fossil fuel-based system.
So to ensure that this proposal was indeed a solution for the future, the team wanted to align the goals of the current 30-year master plan of the university, shown on the screen, with the intent of the solar system. As such, the areas that are outlined in blue were strategically chosen to be in the system so that the construction of the system could either coincide with pre-planned renovations and construction, or to be forward-thinking so that we could potentially expand solar systems in the future after demolition projects have been completed. And so the system was bounded into this district shown, and it will be a 10-building district with 4 of the buildings having rooftop solar, as shown in green in the picture. And the other systems will be 2 carport systems, shown outlined in gold, and those will provide energy to 6 buildings that you can see in blue, circled in black.
Shown on this slide is the essential equipment used to produce the energy in our system. The star of the show, the PV module, will be sourced from Longi Solar, who also supplied the Ames Solar Farm, which is a 2-megawatt system for the city of Ames, which has seen great success in the community surrounding our chosen district. The final equipment selection was decided by doing calculations to verify that the system would be compatible as well as operate efficiently. To increase the efficiency, we chose bifacial modules with a half-cell configuration to increase the power output while reducing the hotspot temperature of the modules. Simulations through Aurora helped verify the irradiance and optimal tilt angles provided the highest power output for the system. The rooftop PV modules in the district will be oriented east to west, which will help maximize our power density and alleviate risk associated with high wind events common to this area. Foraker building shown on the top in this slide will also use the space of its pitched roofing with roof flashing mounts to get the absolute highest power density available for the building. And one of the key benefits for our solar plus storage system is the ability to overproduce energy during the day and store the energy for battery use during peak demand periods. With our district consumption shown in this graph of 7.28 gigawatts and our production of 8.18 gigawatts, the system is able to overproduce and meet peak demand needs of the district, making a great candidate for energy storage. The fixed carport solar panels are going to be tilted at 5 and 10 degrees to ensure a stable structure with less maintenance to avoid snow and debris buildup that could reduce the efficiency of the system. The carports are a major energy producer of the district design. They produce enough energy to power supply energy, to the remaining 6 buildings in the district, as well as charge 3 batteries that will be located nearby, which are the boxes in red. The greenhouses in the northwest corner of lots 41 and 68 will also be demolished. So this gives the opportunity of the system to expand even further in the future.
Iowa State has established electrical distribution systems that connect to the buildings on campus. For parking lots 41 and 48 and 28 and 29, they will have batteries that will be sent out to the buildings and then stepped down to be used. And then any excess power will flow back into the distribution system. Although the main concern for the electrical system is that the thermal constraints and non-compliant inverters with the storage can cause an overload to the distribution equipment and result in power outages and equipment damage. Yet the benefits of the system being implemented near the substation in parking lot 41 and 68, it will allow for the ease of interconnection, negligible voltage constraints, reduces thermal risks, increases available capacity, and becomes more reliable for the electrical grid infrastructure.
In our system, the Battery charging cycles will occur during the 9 hours of the day that the system is generating energy from the solar panels. This will be a balancing act of sending energy to the non-producing buildings in the district, which is the priority of the system, as well as sending the excess energy to the battery storage when the production exceeds the load. By doing so, we can ensure that the battery is fully charged and ready to supply energy to the university during peak demand periods, reducing the intermittency of the existing electrical distribution, as well as lowering the overall stress to the grid.
Along with the paired storage feature, the carports also feature an optional upgrade to be an electric vehicle charging station, which would go on to accomplish several other campus goals, such as their aspiration to change their entire bus fleet to be electric. In addition, the City of Ames also offers a $2,500 incentive per charging unit, which would widen ISU's profit margins and would be in their best interest to consider this encouraging adaptation. For our construction plan, we wanted to accommodate this promising project and ensure that it succeeded. So we wanted to make sure that it was not only an accelerated timeline and schedule, but that we built in mitigation efforts to help bolster against supply chain and legislative delays. Since quality execution of this project is of utmost concern, the team also planned for quality inspections to be concurrent with production to catch issues quickly and save time and money for the university. So, the time for gas is over, make the switch to solar. After looking at all of the goals of the district and the opportunities previously discussed and voiced by Iowa State, it is seen that the solar plus storage system meets and exceeds the expectations by including solar in new renovations and offering a clean option for charging stations. The system not only produces over double the desired amount necessary to reduce the power plant's production, but accomplishes it well below the prescribed $16 million budget, while saving an additional $9 million for the university. All of this is accomplished while providing people on campus an amazing way to experience new technology and showcase their school pride while enjoying a beautiful campus that is finally free of those pesky coal ash piles. All of these reasons and more show exactly why solar is the true path to innovate at Iowa State. Thank you.